Welcome back everyone, I am X, your manager here at Lobotomy Corporation. Let's get to work. So, big thing, I recruited a bunch of people. They're all generics. And I moved every generic to the Central Command Team 1 and 2. Actually, I think it's all 1, so Central Command Team 1. They're literally just there to take part in the lottery, so we're going to deal with that. Beyond that, I just moved everyone else. I shuffled a little bit just to kind of get some people that need the pipe still over to the security team. Everything else I'm not really too worried about. Obviously, we're going to leave Horidol alone for obvious reasons. We'll go ahead and move, move you down there. Anyone else need glasses? Nope, I think they're the only ones. Alright, I think we're good to go. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and deploy. Alright, so we have access to abilities now, so we've kind of only scratched the surface as far as the mechanics are concerned of this game. In any case, let's, John, you're gonna hang out here. If Nameless Fetus goes on the fritz, I want to be ready for it. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and get to work on some of this other stuff. So first things first, Byakuran. I need you to get down to this room here. So yeah, it's going to be a bit slow going. It's actually really hard to investigate these abnormalities now because a lot of them we've been getting are just been pretty rough. Oh, okay, so in order to get down this thing, you have to go just in all back and forth across it, which is unpleasant. That means navigation's just going to be a pain. This thing is, was it always like this? I don't know. Anyway. Control team. Byakuran. Work on this first and see if you get eaten. I am Big Bad Wolf. I will eat you all and get out of this place. Piece of cake. F0258 vividly remembers the moments when its belly is ripped open and guts spilled out. According to the employees who have been into F0258's stomach, it is a dark, empty, and lonely place. I can blow this room away with one breath. That's 20. Big and might be Bad Wolf. WAW type. Okay, Q counter's at 2. So I know that much. The accident happened in XX promoted awareness to employees. The situation went out of control at the moment Little Red Riding Hooded mercenary and Big and might be Bad Wolf contacted. avoid their contact at all cost. Considering the potential damage, it is rather wise to use some of the employees as living bait to distract them than allowing them to see each other. Okay. Minus 4%. The good news is we finally got something that has a kill-off counter of something higher than 1, which is good. Bad news is I don't know anything else about this thing. Attachment work seemed to work though, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it again. Work success rate, NA. Alright, so it's gonna be slightly more difficult, that's fine. I just want to learn what we can. Byakar and Hijiri, will you open this door please? I won't hurt anyone, I'm just a little bit hungry. Okay, while that's going on, I will send somebody to work on this. Only average result. Okay, didn't drop anything though. Managerial tips. Let's learn what we can. There are 6 of them. An employee number 0 who has worked on completed the work. When the employee number 0 who has worked on F0157 completed the work, the kill-off counter is decreased, then the employee was eaten by big and might be bad. I don't understand what that means. The work result was bad, the kill-off counter has decreased, then the employee was eaten by the big and might be bad wolf. When the employee finished instinct work while big and might be bad wolf was fed, big and might be wolf vomits all the employees who have been eaten before. Gotcha. So instinct work can essentially cut open its belly. Alright, it's at minus 8% now. I don't want to risk getting eaten there. Alright. There's still the fish we need to work with too. I can't risk working on it right now. I want to learn everything I can about the big bad wolf first. Or it might be bad wolf. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and switch targets. I'm gonna get up to this room here. I'm gonna start working on Nameless Fetus. If it fails, I do have somebody here to do roulette. Actually, I don't even think you need to send anyone to do roulette. I think it just automatically activates once you click on it. Alright, so a couple things I want to do. I don't remember if attachment work actually works well on this thing. I mean, I guess I can find out. Shouldn't do anything bad to her, so we'll go ahead and take care of this one first. It's going to hit 0 because her temperance is 5. It only tickles. But in doing this, I'll at least get as many boxes as possible. Yeah, like this. Okay, good work. that's 18 boxes. Let's go ahead and reveal what we can. So that's the woodsman. Warm-hearted woodsman. The friends were incomplete in some way, so they helped each other to fill where they were lacking and embarked on a journey together to make their wishes come true. The Scarecrow wanted a... Yeah, I've read this before. I'll read it again. The Scarecrow wanted a brain, the Tin Woodsman wanted a heart, the Cowardly Lion wanted courage, and Dorothy wanted to go back home. However, the one they thought to be the Great Wizard gave the Tin Woodsman a worthless lead heart. Alright, so kill-off counter is at 0, we already know. At least now we can see it. Okay. Send Flandra. I'm so used to not looking at the top of every single listing because that's usually where the generics at, but now that all the generics are in this chamber, I actually kind of have to search a little bit to find where Flandra's at. Alright. So I believe instinct work is what we want from here. So instinct work. Byakuran. So what really terrifies me is Nameless Fetus. I'm pretty sure it affects every chamber, including the ones in the lower floors. But it looks like we're doing okay at the moment. Alright. 20 boxes will get me the rest of the tips. And that'll start getting me the ability to get gear. The sooner I max out Nameless Fetus, the better. So, I can get to work on that. Fortunately, I can't really level up my other characters at the moment, but that's alright. But I'm not going to be grinding anyway, because I'm trying to complete that one quest. Good work. Now success rate's increased. Yeah, I believe we've read all of these already. But I think what happened was I suffered deaths or whatever. In any case. Keep doing instinct work here, please. While you're doing that, Flandra, work on that. So 3 rooms are going to get triggered. There's not much I can do if it ends up being the Warm-Hearted Woodsman. So if I go there, of course it will inevitably kill the person. And then release it into the wild. There we go. So I got all of that. And now we need 90 more boxes to get the Ego Suit and the Ego Weapon. Both of which I wouldn't mind having. So we'll work on that. So yeah, I'm gonna wait until this finishes. And then I'm gonna send Flandra to work on it, and then we'll see what triggers. 3 rooms are gonna trigger here. Okay, Big Bad Wolf. Now its difficulty is reset, which is good. 10 men, which means we're going to lose. We're gonna lose some boxes. There's not much. There's nothing we can do about it. Unless I want to sacrifice somebody and then try to fight it, which is not something I want to do. So, Bloodbath. It's been a while. Attachment work. I can't send anyone that's level 1 in Fortitude and Temperance. Shouldn't be an issue. So, attachment work. Anyone need to work on attachment? Not Yuka, because she's supposed to be a thing. We'll send Yoshika. She should be fine. Big Bad Wolf will be done by Byakuran like before. I've been doing attachment work, so we'll stick with that and hope Byakuran doesn't get eaten. Okay, looks like that didn't get swallowed up. Zoom. Good luck. Big and might be bad wolf likes meat. He used to be always hungry. Now he wants to be always full. Okay. Alright. Didn't get devoured by the tub. That's good. I have very big teeth. Okay, average result. Just fine. The kill counter decreased when a target that bleeds from the attack of F0157 enters the hallway of the containment room for Big and might be Bad Wolf. Oh. I was wondering a little bit, because usually whenever you reveal the name of the abnormality, it updates the works here, and I was a little confused why it kept showing a code. That's because the code is not F0157 is not Big and might be Bad Wolf. In other words, F0157 is I'm assuming Red Riding Hood. So, the kill counter decreased when a target that bleeds from the attack of F057 enters the hallway of the containment room for the Big and might be Bad Wolf. So if Red Riding Hood wounds somebody and they end up in the hallway, the same hallway as that containment unit, it will smell the blood. When the F0157 entered the hallway of the Big and might be Bad Wolf's containment room, the kill-off counter became 0. This was already mentioned before, so we do not want Red Riding Hood to reach this chamber. Some employees reported that they heard a voice in the stomach of Big and might be Bad Wolf. We should rescue them by suppressing the escaped and Big and might be Bad Wolf. It may be possible to contract to the F0157. In other words, Red Riding Hood or the Hunter, I guess, whichever it's referring to. Yeah, the Little Red Riding Hood mercenary, which I'm guessing is someone you can hire. Flesh, I had been yearning for it for a long time. It was delicious. I saw some red pieces of cloth sticking out from the wardrobe. I might have seen it somewhere, or not. Actually, I didn't really care. I must be called Big Bad Wolf. So this is one, I guess this is an abnormality that interacts with a different abnormality, which we don't have. Which is fine. I prefer to keep it that way. Okay. Other than that, I think we're good to go. We did lose some boxes. I didn't see how much it dropped, but it definitely dropped some. So we're at 170 out of 500, and we're at Meltdown level 2, which is not that bad. We're going to have a... I don't remember what the color term is, but essentially the green one. Red is the clowns, purple is the blob things, and then there are 2 others. I think it was like orange, I believe orange was the swarm of little things that eat you, and I think green is the robots. So we usually don't see the robots too often. Anyway, I believe instinct work is what we need here, so we'll go ahead and focus on instinct work. I am putting all my eggs in one basket, I apologize, but I just want to ensure that this work is done correctly. Look good there. Good work. So we need 90, so we need 45 and 45. And send Flounder back in here. Work. Okay, just a little bit more and we'll be good. I'm not sure why it's so easy to work with now. I've had some weird situations where it just got really hard to work with this thing. Even though I was using like top tier characters. That's alright, as long as it works. Well, this thing's just always moving, it freaks me out. And then there's of course this thing, which we haven't even touched it. Or not, I probably won't end up touching it at this rate. Mainly because I'm a little terrified of what triggers its Q counter. I don't want to release it either, because I don't know how to deal with it if it did get released. It's just a whole bunch of nastiness. So yeah, we're just gonna focus. This thing is, you know, producing 14 to 18 crates, which is really good. So we're almost at the halfway point already. Oh, nope, I actually just missed it, so Q counter dropped a bit, but that's fine. Okay, and 2 more of these should do it, and then we can focus on other stuff, like Big Bad Wolf, I guess. In fact, I should work on Big Bad Wolf now, while I can. In fact, I will. Structure difference between half full and half empty. It took me a long time to grasp. Alright. So yeah, I actually want to send you down here real quick. So yeah, I'm 8 away from finishing up this, which is great. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do some more work. Attachment seems to work rather well, so I'm going to go ahead and keep working on it. So far it hasn't done anything out of the ordinary. And this thing produces 18 to 22 boxes, so it's definitely pretty awesome. Only an average result that time. Then again, I think I've been getting average results. I don't really remember. Anyway, attachment work, common for everything. Instinct, common for everything. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send you back up here. Is that 3? Okay, that's fine. Alright, so I want to do one more with Nameless Fetus. with Yakran. That should be all. So we don't need to work on this unless we absolutely need to. Okay, so that's good. Alright, let's go ahead and get ready for the ordeal. We'll send Flandra, and the rest should be fine. Okay, it is the robot. So I'm going to go ahead and send Yakran to suppress. Oh yeah, it's Central Command Team 1 and 2, so they are named appropriately. Okay, while that's going on, let's deal with the other ones. You guys should just be able to just wreck it. Three should be fine. And there's one down here. Oh, and there's one down here. Yeah, that's shredded. Okay, that one's dealt with. Yep. And this one. Yeah, the rest of them have just been wiped out. That's good. Next meltdown's gonna be 7 rooms. Okay. Life is full of pain. Alright, we're done with Nameless Fetus. We don't need to do anything else with it, so we're gonna leave it alone. And you, John, are very lucky that nothing popped up in your room, because I completely forgot you were in the hallway. Alright. So, common results, I'm just going to stick with attachment, because I don't need to cut open its belly. So yeah, so far so good. A message about a sturdy brick house. Suffering from a chronic indigestion, the origin of the problem goes back to very, very far past. Open the door, sweetheart. I've brought gifts from the forest. Okay, have a result. That's fine. Yeah, working. That's fine. So yeah, we're not getting 20s, but we're getting 16s, which are actually really good. Very low and low, low, low. Okay, good to know. Loose Scarface. HP plus 4, movement plus 2, attack speed plus 2. So finally another face one. Actually, wait, face? Tell me, head, eye, mouth... Okay, face is actually a new one. It's a new slot. That's cool. Alright. Any new information? There are many stories in the world, but none is as disgusting as the wolf's story. Wolves are born with sin. They have no names. People call them Big Bad Wolf. All wolves grow into a giant, ferocious, and hairy monster. Wolves should not eat other animals even if they are starving. Wolves should not cross the line when doing bad things. wolves should be punished. Wolves should be examples. Wolves should not make friends. Omitted. Alright, so 20 more and we'll be able to reveal the ego suit and ego weapon. Alright, I'm going to attempt to do one more. I will give you something good if you let me out. While that's going on, let's go ahead and send Flandre back up there. A good result, nice. That should get me this. Okay, kill out counter 2 has no weaknesses. And then it has 70 and 60 for the box requirements for the weapon and the suit. The suit has 0.4 resistance to red damage, 0.8 to white, 0.7 to black, completely vulnerable to pale. That is a really good item. And then the weapon is, the claw is short range, but it does 12 to 17 damage and the speed is fast, so that's pretty good. I generally don't like close range weapons because, you know, things hit hard, but that's still pretty awesome. Alright, and that is it for the information, and we increased our success rate by plus 3%, so that's good. Minus 8% on that thing. We might be able to do one more and hopefully not get eaten. But I don't want to risk it. Alright. So the question is, do I risk going for Fish Boy? Like, I have no information. I don't know what will happen. And I don't know what will happen if I get a bad result. And I'm about to finish this mission. And I've completely filled out the big bad wolf, so I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it alone. If it does get to a situation where I literally can't continue, I'll try reverting to a memory, which will hopefully keep my progress, and then I can kind of see things as I move along. In any case, we need to get some more stuff. So let's go ahead and get to work. Repression. Let's send Yushika there. And Yuka can work on that. Okay, we're at 426. 443. Yeah, I'd rather get this done before we hit the meltdown. Okay, 463. So I think we've got this. I'll send you to do attachment work still. So one thing I was considering doing is actually starting with work over here, which I should have, to be honest. And then just kept restarting until I didn't accidentally release it. But I'd rather not. I'll just take what I can get for right now. Okay, we're at 490. How many times have I used this thing? I've used it 9 times. Okay. Sanchez, go drink that. Yes, I'm gonna throw somebody into the we can change anything situation. Okay, completed. We have exactly 500. Actually, I think you can't go over. Okay, and then we'll send you on that. So we'll get it only on A, we're not going to get a S rank. Which is a little bit annoying. I don't like the fact that I have to sacrifice my ranking. Like, I don't mind sacrificing employees, it's the ranking that matters. Losing those points that I can use to level people up. So we're up to 3 now. So we're getting there. This thing now has 56 seconds in total. So it's going to be a little while before we get enough. I just thought you were worse than the upper Tiphereth. You could have prevented the death of Sanchez if you paid more attention. No, there's really no way to prevent it if you want to get information about that abnormality. That's okay. We've completed the mission, so we're just going to go ahead and head out. Mission clear. Not really much as far as ranking's concerned, because actually Flandra's temperance went up a rank, and that's about it, which is fine. So yeah, 97% survival rate, so we still got 18 reward points, which is good. Let's go ahead and skip to the next day. With my infinite hatred, I give you this gift. Tales say the moon bewitched man, but in reality man despairs at the moon. Someone's persistent gaze can be felt from the keyhole inside the machine. Have you fallen to the lowest bottom? The final chapter ends with a sentence born again. This portrait captures a moment. It is what we must lose. Do you know there's a cactus on your chaotic desk? Looks like an employee who likes you put it there. I don't like cacti much. There could be various reasons for growing a plant. But the vicious thorns are not pleasing to look at, and it doesn't produce any valuable sap either. I've never seen it grow a flower bud either. Theoretically, it will bloom in the right environment. But maybe it thinks the area is barren since I've never seen it. Will the cactus bear a flower? Yes, it will. You talk as if you saw it for yourself. Well, if you're so sure about it, then keep it. This place doesn't even have sunlight. If you're looking for Tiphereth, the meeting is still in progress. I'm bad at conversation. I miss the managers who were talkative. There's something I wanted to ask. Do you notice that someone's memory and emotions are bleeding through us? You must have seen us being angry, happy, sad, even if we're machines. And we even have our own weakness. Why? What's inside us? If something is inside us, why? Why make something imperfect, planting weakness? I tried to find the answer, but I gave up. I think you may have the answer. Somewhere in your memory. There may be a reason why imperfection is required. Or machines, but not machines. Not machines. Hey, are you having fun without me? Tiphereth, anything seriously fun is not good. It's time for another replacement. The cycle is getting shorter and shorter. But it can be reproduced any time when needed, right? Well, it's still company property, so it shouldn't be wasted. Tiphereth, maybe we should explain it to the manager first. But why? I told you, Tiphereth, a human mind is fragile. It can't take the existence of beings like us. But it's not that gross. It's not as if any employee is decapitated or their internal organs are spilling out. Humans fear the unknown. It doesn't have to be graphic. Ugh, there are so many things to be mindful of. Why can't they replace managers with machines? It's not like they can't. Tiphereth, there are things only humans can manage. The founder has a reason for assigning managers. Well then, off we go to the storage. That's one of the few locations where perception is weakened. I know that place. Tiphereth, what are you talking about? That's where we always go. I don't mean that. I remember what happened here. You do? Great. Thank you for helping me as always. Proving Competence 3. If you look at the Sephiroth manual, capable managers have records of tremendous efficiency. Do you think you can beat it? Finish a day with Qliphoth meltdown level 6 or lower. What's funny is if you ever restart and you keep these missions, it'll be easy enough to just do these missions at a lower tier. Yes, we'll expand the command team. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take Trauma Shield. Alright. So I believe this is their it's Tiphereth's third mission. When we finish that third mission, it's going to unlock two core suppression conditions. I don't know what that means, but it's something we have. We're not going to be able to do the one for the security team because that requires clearing HOD Mission 5, which we have yet to do, finish that. In fact, I don't even know what mission number we're on because I don't really have a way of looking it up. Might be in the manual, but I don't know. In any case, let's go ahead and look at our eco list. We got some loot details. Crier. What cry can be more powerful than that for primal desire? As if every other thing is meaningless, the sound of this cry numbs even the brain, making it impossible to think. Very fast attack, long range. Requires level 2 and fortitude 2. That's actually rather easy to accomplish. Oh, and before we do that, welcome Kennelly. Welcome to the team. So, let's go ahead and do some equipment. Well, also we need to look at the ego suit. We have Crier here. Same thing. And this thing requires, it's hard to see because of the font's so small. I believe that's Temperance 3. The stats for this thing is pretty impressive, so definitely no complaints there. So the question is who do I want to give it to? Oops. Hate when I do that. Alright, you do have high enough temperance. Yeah, we'll give it to you. And we'll give you the ego weapon as well. There you go. Definitely trying to take advantage of our higher tier gear. Okay, so we have all that working for us. I'm not going to move anyone around. I'm just going to be focusing on trying to learn about the abnormalities we have access to. I think we need to do 5 more drinks of the tree sap to get that finished. And then we need like 50 something plus seconds of the chamber, which is going to kill a few more employees to say the least. Anyway, let's go ahead and click start and see what we have to look at. Alright, this is a use number abnormality, very similar to the ones we've dealt with in the past. This thing seems to be lower tier. It has lower cost, much lower cost in fact. A mechanical abnormality that can walk on its own. I see. Anyway, we have a new ability down here. We now have the red shield and white shield, and they each cost 1 bullet to use, and you can only target 1 person with it. Anyway, let's do one thing while we're here. I'm going to do attachment work with Byakuran. Just so I know ahead of time. Zoom. Relax. Dream's a happy dream of running out of the company in total freedom. Like how everyone wished, T0271 can live here forever. Good result, though it does get more difficult. Okay. When Johnson fell into a panic during work, Q counter was reduced. Common. Right. So we know that much information. So we'll definitely take advantage of that next time. And we'll also be working on Big Bad Wolf. So yeah, got a number of things we can work on. What I'll probably do next time is I will try to attempt to make this thing work. And just hope for the best. Anyway, I'm the Depressed Dior. This was Lobotomy Corporation. See you guys next time.